Hello, Mass Media Studies. This is week 2, your recorded lesson. If you have me for English, hopefully you've already watched your English classes weekly video. But just like that and all your other classes, once a week, at the beginning of the week, you're going to have a video, a pre-recorded lesson that you need to watch. I'm going to take you through what that's going to look like usually. For media studies, we're going to start with a guiding question. And this week, we're going to be focusing on what makes speech powerful. So the way we communicate, what makes it powerful or meaningful or emotional, we're going to look at different things like that. All right, so what will be included in the weekly video? So always there will be that guiding question that I just went over. I will give you the tasks for the week and any general information about the week or the live class, like maybe what to expect when we are meeting in Microsoft Teams. I will also be giving you vocabulary or facts you need to engage with the content, okay? This might be going over the directions for an assignment for the week. It might be taking a couple notes. It kind of depends on the week. All right, so the tasks for this week is to watch this video. Good job, you're already doing that. Excellent. Then you are going to take the week 2 post video quiz. That just guarantees that you've engaged with this video and that you are focused on the class, okay? So it's a very easy quiz at the end of this video. Then you will have an assignment. It is number 004. I told you I'm going to number them. It's called We Have More Marching to Do, and I'm going to go over what it looks like in a little bit. Then you should come to live classes for discussion. A lot of our classes are going to be, I'll answer questions, but then it will also be a lot of just you guys talking with each other. We'll do some more like interactive, collaborative activities, okay? And I will post a link on Google Classroom. I want to let you know that if you are clicking the link in Google Classroom, I will not let you into the Microsoft Team Meet unless you are signed in. So please make sure that you have clicked sign in before you try to join the meeting. All right, so the expectations for the live class is you have watched this video and done the quiz, okay? So but before we meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I need you to have watched this video and done the quiz. You should come to class with something to write with and a piece of paper. We won't always use it, but sometimes it's nice to have it, okay? And you should be ready to participate. That means taking notes, answering questions, making predictions, and most importantly, expressing your opinion. All right, so we are going to be taking just a couple of really, really quick notes. 3 vocabulary words is all, and you will have a quiz on these at the end, so make sure you're writing them down, okay? Just like in English class, if you're in that class as well, you can use any and all notes that you take on your quizzes. I don't care. How could I tell if you were, okay? So get your paper and pencil. If you need to pause to get those things, go ahead and pause before you go any further. I'm going to let you know if it is underlined. This is my strategy. If it is underlined, you should be writing it down. Okay? Again, pause, get that pencil and paper if you need to. All right, the title of these notes is going to be Speech Notes. A speech is a formal address given to an audience. You all have heard speeches before. You've probably given speeches before, okay? But I want you to have this official definition. It's a formal address given to an audience. And that audience can be relatively small, like a class. It could be huge, like most recently the anniversary of the March on Washington, the 57th anniversary, was a huge demonstration of people. More than several thousand people were there, okay? So a speech can be given to many different sizes of audiences. All right, this is the toughest word for today. This is allusion, not illusion, allusion. It's a cultural reference meant to call to mind an idea, an image. That's supposed to say thought. It says though, whoops, without saying it outright, okay? So I might bring something, a cultural relevance, like a Big Mac up, and you're going to think fast food, but I'm not necessarily going to say that outright, okay? Allusions are what we're going to be working on this week in the activity. So if you have any questions, make sure to bring those to the live class. All right, and then number 3, you can see it there, broadcast, okay? This is the verb, the action word. To broadcast is to transmit a message to the public. okay? And that can be through TV, that could be through radio, the newspaper, okay? Broadcast is to transmit a message. So if you haven't gotten these written down, go ahead, pause the video, and take a second to make sure that you have these down. Okay, so now you are gonna go take that quiz. That's really all this video is about, okay? So you can go take that quiz now, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I am really quickly at the end of this video, I'm gonna explain a little bit about what the assignment is for this week. So it's gonna take it a second to load. All right, so this is what your assignment looks like for the week. We have more marching to do is a quote from Charles Booker, who is the Kentucky State Representative from Louisville. You probably heard his name a lot. So you're gonna watch, this is a link here. You're gonna watch Charles Booker speak at the March on Washington this last week, okay? It's a very powerful speech. And then you have two parts to this assignment. One, you are going to look at the different allusions or references to different people or other famous speeches that Charles Booker makes. Okay, he's a very powerful speaker, and he brings up lots of different references. For part one, you're going to research the allusions, type them into Google, okay, and infer why he chose to include those allusions in his speech. And then after, you'll answer some questions in part two. So I'm going to go over the example really quick. So at the very beginning of the speech, which you have not yet listened to, he references Dr. King's "I Have a Dream" speech. And I want you in the second box to explain the reference, okay? So that's what is that reference? What is it? Who are these people? Okay, that's the what. So the "I Have a Dream" speech is a famous speech that is quoted constantly when people talk about racism and civil rights. You all have heard it a bajillion times every single year, probably several times a year. And then I want you to infer, and there's not really right or wrong answers, but there are better answers and worse answers, about its significance. Why did Booker make that allusion? Why did he reference this cultural thing? This is an example. You might think you might have a different opinion. I think he used this reference first, it's at the very beginning of the speech, because everyone knows it, and it shows that the dream is not quite achieved yet, right? Like we have, his message is we have a lot more work to do. So I want you to go in and you're going to listen to the speech first, but then you're going to go through and you're going to think about who are these people and why did Booker include them, okay? And then part two is just 1 point each, and they're just some general opinion questions, okay? This is on Google Classroom, so make sure you get that done. It's due Sunday.